Hello once more, welcome to my third tutorial video. My oil filters have arrived in the post at last. I say filters, you only need one, but I bought this one from someone and then I thought, oh, I could kind of do with a new sump plug because I don't know what condition that was in. So I bought another one which came with a sump plug. So same thing, K&N, apparently it's the world's best oil filter. Whether you believe that or not is entirely up to you. This one of them came with this, which is like a, what the hell is going? Get out of there! Dog. Comes with a, shut up. Comes with a sump plug, and this is like a magnetic one. It's got a little magnet on the end. Apparently picks up little bits of dirt and debris. But anyway, there you go. New filter, new sump plug, and a shitload of oil. I think oil is quite a personal thing. I just bought a branded name, in this case Castrol, and you can get fully synthetic and semi-synthetic and different types, and I probably would have got fully synthetic since I've got a quick bike, but they didn't have any, so I just went for semi-synthetic. I'm not too precious. I think oil it really probably matters what you buy when a bike is new. So over a period of years, maybe if you just ran fully synthetic, you'd get better overall engine wear or something. But I think for a bike that's 11 years old and has been thrashed, probably sometimes not so as properly, it really doesn't make a lot of difference. So this will do. 4 litres, Castrol stuff. That's what we're going to use. Let's go. I wonder if I could attach one of these to your ass. One of the first things you need to do really is get the bike onto a paddock stand, and the reason for that is something to do with being level, oil and stuff. Paddock stands often result in moments of absolute terror when you're attempting to hoist your precious steed up onto these little metal holder things. And I would recommend, if you're unsure, having someone assist you, but always make sure the side stand is down. Make sure you're on this side of the bike, so it's leaning towards you, and pray. Should we pray together? Now I'm going to pull the bike towards. Easy. You need to take the fairing off. Just this one side. And there are a bunch of bolts, which I shall count. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be one, I believe, underneath. But if there is one, I don't have it. Oh, actually I have a zip tie. Yeah, baby. So 4, 5. There's one under here, but because I've got some sort of paint chip, I have a sticker instead. Whoa, don't knock over the bike. And I've lost count. 10. I'm sure there's 11. You'll find them anyway. And you also need to take off 3 screws. 1, 2, 3, which hold the fairings together underneath. High five, high five, high five. Yay! I hope the dog doesn't come back for this because he will eat my face. I promised Bibio that I would Bibio, I'm sorry mate, I don't get on with these foreign names. Promised him that I would use proper screwdrivers. But due to my obscene laziness, I haven't bothered to find them, so I'm sticking with my crappy Halfords kit with the detachable little bits. I'm sure it's going to come back to haunt me. Ow! Jesus Christ. So you unscrew this. You should be able to reach inside and hold the up in this gap. But I wouldn't be surprised if these weren't standard. But that's what I've got. They look like that. Now when you take this off, you should have to disconnect the indicator from the electrics, but as I found out when I had this off earlier, mine doesn't have a connector. It's kind of wired in with a junction box, God knows why. So I'm just going to kind of leave my fairing hanging off. I wouldn't recommend that. I'd recommend putting it somewhere safe, but I like to live on the edge. Pull it out from the bottom and it should drop down. I'll tell you what, I'll open the garage door a bit, that'll get a bit of light in here. Can't open the door if you're going to try and escape. Can I? Pleb. Here are your exhausts. Fucking dog. Here's your oil filter. I really need some light in here. What the heck is that noise? Anyway. That's what it was. What were you doing on my garage door? Fat pigeon. Changing that. Somewhere around here will be a sump plug. Oh, here's your oil window. Here's your oil filler cap. And somewhere will be the sump. Sometimes it's around the other side. Let's go and have a look around the other side. Bollocks, if it's out there I'm going to have to take this off as well. No, it can't be. It can't be. It is, isn't it? Shit. So it looks like we probably have to take off the other fairing as well. Actually, on closer inspection, I don't think we do have to take the other fairing off. I think I have found the sump, which I shall show you now. I think that would be it. It's the lowest bolt. It's pretty big. It looks sump sized. I'll show you where it is in relation to. Wow, you penis! Show you where it is in relation to the oil filter. Oil filter. Down, along. See where this weld is. Down under the weld, and there's a plug there. That's got to be it. It helps to have the engine warm. And we'll start it up and let it run through it. How long should you let it run for? Probably duration of a fag. One thing to note is that I've left the garage door closed, so it's going to be full of carbon monoxide in there, so unless that's your thing, it's probably a good idea to let it ventilate a bit. Right, now the engine's warmed up a little bit and I've let the carbon monoxide out of the garage so I'm not high. I can start all over again, so we take this off. And get Mr. Sump undone. It might be advisable to put a glove on, just in case it's really hot. There we go. Lovely. See, if that had been really hot, I might have regretted not having a glove on, so better to be safe than sorry. Don't worry, Mr. Glove, we will clean you. We will pat you down and make you clean once more. Right, we might as well take the oil filter off at the same time. Now you might need a chain, which looks like this. These are quite funky things. Taking off oil filters. You get one of these, they have a nut on the end, which makes everything a hell of a lot easier. Try not to piss it all over your garage floor. Don't chuck it straight in the bin. And then basically just let that piss out into the bucket, and when it finally stops, we're ready to continue. So once again, here's our new oil filter. We're now going to bung this chappy on. First of all, we take off the little plastic thingy with one hand. There he goes. And the next thing you have to do is smear some oil around here, and that is, I suppose, to create a better seal and to also help it slide when you're doing it up. Be one of those two reasons, so that's what we'll do now. Come back, Mr. Filter! You could use a rag. I use my finger because I'm a grimy bastard. Bit of oil on the finger. Smear it around. Bit more just for good luck. Whoa! Oh, fucking mess. And there we go, oil filter ready for installation. So, oil filter lubed up. It's all finished draining out pretty much. Giving the area a bit of a wipe. Screw him on. Now, you want to stick him on until he's just seated, which basically means until he makes contact. They recommend 2 full turns. But that's not always the case. Sometimes. Oh, fucking disgusting. You shouldn't really have gloves on for this, but I'm going to wash my hands afterwards. Actually, my skin is now nice and soft. It's better than any hand cream. 2 full turns once it's in place, but if it gets really tight beforehand, you've got to use your own judgment. You don't want to damage any of the threads, so stop. But just as long as it's not leaking, we're good to go. And that's 1 full turn, and it's already really tight, so ignore the advice you get on the packaging. It really is just a case of you make sure it's not leaking. Time to install our new sump bolt. Here it is. Don't necessarily need a new one, you don't necessarily need a new washer. Probably tells you to in the Haynes manual, but I generally don't change washers and I generally don't have any problems. It's just one of those better to be safe than sorry things. And so far I've not been sorry. That's alright. You got your washer on there. Bang it on. Job done. It's probably a specified torque you're supposed to use. I don't know what the torque is. Again, I just use my own common sense to make sure I don't do it up too tightly and strip any threads, but tight enough to keep it on. I guess it's something you learn with experience. If you've not got any experience, good luck. So banging on our new sump bolt. So luckily it's turning nice and easily, so the thread isn't damaged here. Finger tight, spanner. So I'm tightening now, and what you need to bear in mind is that it's all aluminium, so it's easy to damage, and the only thing you're trying to do is stop it coming loose and stop any oil leaking from it. So that's the first biting point. I can sort of feel that it's properly stiff now, and that's well in now. And that's tight now. And that's as far as I'm going to go, maybe a touch more. Done. So, all that's left to do is fill it up with oil. The lubricating fluid of magic and joy. Funnel. You could, if you choose, steal your wife's bakery funnel. I will not be held responsible for the resulting domestic violence. fucking power cut. Power cut. Maybe it's the end of the world. The aliens are coming. Could be aliens, but it could also be zombie apocalypse. You hear the power. It's one of the first things to go. But check this out. Zombie Defense Force. And I have a rolling pin. Well, we wait for the zombies to come. Anyone fancy a brew? The water's a bit shit here, so I use a Brita water filter to take out any nasty impurities and improve the overall taste of my cup of tea. What do you think about the impending zombie apocalypse, Duke? Yeah, is there one coming? Is there one coming? Go and get the zombie. Duke, get the zombie. Get the zombie. Go and get it. Kill the zombie. Yeah, go on, kill him. What a dick. There's a zombie apocalypse and there's a power cut, and what do I try and do? Make a cup of tea with an electric kettle. We'll just continue with natural light. I mean, if the zombies are coming, I'm going to want a motorbike that works. Keep looking over my shoulder. Fill it to the full line. Easy peasy. I didn't know zombies could use umbrellas. We'll just keep quiet. We'll hide. Always takes ages. There's another zombie. God, he's going to that guy's house. And that's the end of him. Right, we're on the full line now. So I'm going to start it up, give it a bit of a rev, and that will mix the oil into any nooks and crannies that it hasn't reached. Now go right down to minimum. Give it a while to return into the window, don't start topping it up yet. That's on the full mark now, so we're done. So I need somewhere to put the old oil, so I'm going to put the rest of this new oil into this container, which is the same, and I'm going to dump my old oil into here. Whoa! Now you need to make sure you dispose of your old oil correctly and sensibly, or you can do what I do. Just create an entire shelf of used oil that you've never bothered to get rid of. Let us add our oil to the collection. There. Beautiful. Now you've got to drop the bike down off its stand. Make sure the side stands down. Hold it. Up we go. tilt the sides down with it. Job done. I got bored of doing that, so now I'm just going to put the side fairing back on. And also clip this over here at the same time. Job done. So that's it, easy peasy. Barring an actual zombie apocalypse, you should be able to do that yourself. Key things to remember are: don't overdo anything, over tighten it. Don't overfill the oil. Run the engine once to circulate the oil and then top it up again. That's about it. Easy peasy. The next thing I'm likely to do is cleaning and adjusting the chain. But I don't know when I'll be doing that, so you might have to wait a little while for your next tutorial. But for now, thanks for watching, and watch out for those zombies.